It's time for an aviation report with Rich Kaplan.
Good evening, Long Beach. Good evening, Island Park. And good evening, South Shore of Long Island, my favorite playground in the world. The skies above us are clear, and we have just been cleared for takeoff, so let's fly. On this edition, I want to begin with some breaking news in the aviation community. Last night, there was a plane crash off the coast of Port Jefferson. One person remains missing. I'm going to break it down for you like I always do, so here we go. One person remains missing and 3 are recovering at Stony Brook University Hospital following a small plane crash on Long Island. The small plane was having engine problems shortly after 11 p.m. Saturday when it went into the waters near Port Jefferson. According to the Coast Guard, one person managed to swim to shore and 2 were rescued. All 3 suffered from severe hypothermia, which we alluded to earlier with Dane DePasquale explaining. The Coast Guard had stated. The search is still on for the 4th person, a man last seen wearing brown cargo pants, boots, and a white jacket. So if anyone who watches the show lives out in this area and happens to see something that looks like this, please alert your local law enforcement. It may very well be that missing individual who might have survived. The aircraft was a Piper P-8028 Warrior. Now this is very important because I went to SUNY Farmingdale, and that happens to be the airplane that we use for flight instruction. It's a single-engine training type aircraft similar to the Cessna 182S. It's a moderate performance aircraft, not high performance, single engine, and it sounds to me like there may have been an issue with the engine. Whether it be compression or something else, the NTSB will make its determination, and I will let you guys know when the NTSB releases its report on this. Miraculously, 3 out of the 4 passengers on board survived. My belief is it's because this pilot was aiming for a portion of the water that was shallow and may have been familiar with the area considering he was heading to Islip MacArthur Airport, which isn't really that far from where it went down. Now, my next story is a first for my segment. I'm creating what I refer to as true American heroes of aviation. My first hero of aviation is none other than former New York City Mayor Michael Bloomberg. A lot of people may not know this, but Bloomberg is a very accomplished pilot. He has countless hours qualifying on jet types and flies his own Falcon 900EX, a 3-engine corporate jet, which is unusual because it's the only 3-engine corporate jet on the market. And it's no secret that Bloomberg has a passion for aviation. But what a lot of my viewers may not know is his real passion is not airplanes, but helicopters. He is a very accomplished helicopter pilot. In fact, he's the only civilian who ever co-piloted an NYPD helicopter, in this case the Bell 412, which is a large twin-engined aircraft used mainly for search and rescue. Bloomberg was a co-pilot on this aircraft, and from what flight crews have said, he is very confident, very calm, and extremely passionate about what he does. To me, this is what you need in the field of aviation. People like this spread the word of just how beautiful and how amazing flight truly is. Orville and Wilbur Wright only 102 years ago invented the airplane. And yet, after 102 years, look at what we've accomplished. We already went to space with a reusable aircraft, and we've truly shown that Long Island is instrumental in aviation and in pioneering aviation technology as we know it. But what makes Bloomberg truly an icon of aviation, he also pioneered the idea of putting anti-missile systems on commercial airlines following 9/11, a tragedy that still touches us today in the industry. Bloomberg is a pioneer. He is an amazing individual, very modest, very demure, but very professional. He is a true hero of American aviation, and I applaud him. And I look forward to giving more True Hero of Aviation awards out to people, and I hope to meet him someday so I could personally shake his hand and let him know just how inspiring he truly is. Lastly, I want to also educate you on a very big story happening at Islip's MacArthur Airport. On July 1st, 2016, Islip will bear host to a brand new airline, National Airlines. National is a division of National Air Cargo, which operates 747 and charter flights for the government. But they've also been what's called a SCED, a scheduled charter. National will begin service from Islip's MacArthur to San Juan, Puerto Rico. Now, this is a very big deal, and I'm going to explain why. For years, Islip has wanted to go international, and it is no secret that it's very difficult for a national airport or a domestic airport to make that switch to international. But thanks to President Obama's new relations with Cuba, my theory is that this is the shot of the arm we've been waiting for, and that we may actually see flights to Cuba out of Islip in the coming year. I already know for a fact that there are charter flights to Cuba out of Farmingdale's Republic Airport with Ultimate Jet Charter. But what makes this so interesting is that Islip has an opportunity to become competitive. Not just with the likes of LaGuardia, but more importantly with the big dog, JFK. It's no secret that the Canadians want to fly to Canada. Air Canada and Porter would be ideal tenants for Islip, especially Porter with their Q400 airplanes, which are quiet and noise reductive. But also Air Canada, which will be launching the CS300, the Bombardier, for which we've been hearing so much about in the regional jet market. I believe that Islip has a golden opportunity to become a world-class airport, and it would be insane for the town to pass this up. So to any viewers that live in the Islip area that have input, you can reach me at xcartman@yahoo.com. Again, my email is xcartman@yahoo.com. Lastly, I want to also very quickly touch base on a topic that's very close to my heart and also was close to Howie's heart. There was an incident involving yet another lasering of an airplane, but this one is very high profile. Someone lasered Pope Francis's jet and almost brought it down. Now, what's significant about this is the first time someone has been bold enough to attack a state aircraft. It is inevitable that one of these days someone is going to succeed unless we pass a law, which is why I am hoping Chuck Schumer watches this podcast and listens carefully. I would like to talk to you about a law that would make lasering airplanes an act of terror punishable by life in prison. It is the only way we will stop this from happening, and more importantly, make the skies safe for you and for me. If you have any questions on this, you can email me at xcartman@yahoo.com. I look forward to hearing from any members of law enforcement on the subject and any members of the general flying community. You're always welcome to talk to me. My door is always open for you. On that note, the skies are clear and we've just been cleared for takeoff. Thanks for watching. See you next Sunday.
Great job, Rich Kaplan.